Welcome to Business Purpose and Clarity with Petri. I'm your host. We talk about startup life, insights, practical tips, mistakes, failures, and everything between. Can someone point some light here? Thank you. Now I can see more clearly. Well, let's put some clarity on this situation here as well. Last time we spoke about purpose. Today it's all about seeing the big picture. Recognizing what's relevant, see the context, realize the linkages, being able to prioritize to the right measures, see the long term, but being able to act in the short term, evaluate the options and alternatives, feel comfortable enough to act in uncertainty. It helps you to make decisions, remove ambiguity, and make better decisions. All those things I would bundle under the term clarity. So what do you think? Is that something you would like to get while you're doing your everyday decisions? I think that's one of the core things, and that's the reason also why this whole show is called Purpose and Clarity. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, and then you in everyday decisions, see the context, you realize what you should do now, how it's linked to the long term on your purpose, on your mission, and then you see the alternatives, and it's relatively easy to know what to do now, what to do next, where to go, why I'm doing it. That's clarity. Well, it sounds really simple, and in theory that's what it is. But when you are in the middle of the action, when you're in the middle of building your company, it's not that simple. It's not simple either when you are the one running around, you are the one doing things, and there's so much happening. In growth companies, that's the reality. That's why you need other people to help you. You need some people who are maybe better to see the context. In my experience, there are two types of people. I'm not sure whether you can learn to become another one, but yet there's no better or worse. It's just different ways of operating, if you will. There are those who start from the big picture and then move to the details. And then there are people who start from the details and then they move towards more general, I would say generalization. It helps you to realize which type of person you are. If you are the first one, starting from the forest and then seeing the trees, that might help you to separate the context and the linkages and see where you're heading. If you see the trees first, you may have a really good focus on the issues at hand, but you may not immediately realize the things which are further ahead, or how this item is related to all the other ones. Clarity is like a muscle. You need to practice, train, and exercise to get better. But the good thing is that you can start any time and learn while you're doing things. Clarity is about a lot of things in together. You have to analyze the situation where you are. You have to get the right type of information, and you have to process it. And also you have to see the biases, the assumptions and things which may not hold, or you misinterpret it while you were doing the analysis. Sometimes it also is good to have a bit of break, sleep over the matter, come back to it after a short period of time, and then you may attack it from a different angle, giving you a bit more wider view, different approach, maybe not so emotional, or bring more substance to the rational side, because things are not just about facts. We dealing with people, and many times things are not rational at all. There are other factors involved. Most of the time, it's a really good idea to start with the motivations, agendas, business models, and see, at least try to understand why things are why they are, what are the drivers for the other people. And if you do this continuously, you get better practicing every day, every week, for months, years. You start to learn and become more sharper with your insights and observations, and your muscle will grow, and making decisions, making them quicker, becomes easier. You start to see the patterns. Suddenly you have a lot more clarity, making better decisions, helping you to do things in a better way. If all this sounds a bit abstract, complex, or theoretical for you, don't worry. Maybe you're a master of it already. If things seem obvious, the choices you make and the situations you're facing, the decisions you need to take, and it's so easy for you, but you have a bit of trouble and struggle and need to explain to other people the obvious things you see, but they have hard time realizing, seeing and understanding. Well, the first option or possibility is that you really have trained your muscle and you see better than the other people. And over time, you should notice that they will appreciate your help, your insights, and they will listen you for carefully. And it might be also that your way starts to be the one which is chosen more often because you bring the good results. However, there's also the other option, that you just ignorant. You think you know. You think you have clarity, but you're in the middle of fog. And it might be the other people who see better than you, but they have hard time communicating why you don't see clearly.